Hey guys and gals, Chartreuse here, bringing you a Minecraft video today. Today we're on mcaddictgallery.info, MinecraftAddict server, and showing you a creation I made over the new year. It was more of a challenge to myself. I wanted to build it. Someone gave the idea of building Simon, and I went with that. I'll show you in detail all the parts, how they work, just in a second, but first I'll show you the gameplay. So we come down here. Normally you'd read the instructions, but I'm pretty sure I know what to do. So we're going to turn on both randomizers, let them run for a second, and turn them back up. That will create our new random state, and we will start the button again as soon as I can find it. Here's the starting chime. First one is green, so we wait a bit, then press it. Get our chime to say it's correct, and it'll go next combination. Green, blue, green, chime, blue, chime. Now it'll do the next one. Green, blue, green. Extra chime for no reason. And it's still beta. There's still a couple bugs in it. Oh, pressed it too fast and it lagged out. You know, you get that sound if you lose, and it'll for some reason display the pattern again, even though you should have lost. I must have broken a wire. But okay. And that's how the game functions. So how it works is here are each color is the four colors are represented by two binary bits. And to generate those, I use two 8-bit shift registers each hooked up as linear feedback shift register, where its current state gets XORed to different bits and chains down this XOR, these 4 bits, and gets fed back into itself. That result creates a new number. This one's a Fibonacci sequence based, so it will go through every possible combination of 8 bits, creating pseudo-random. The randomness is generated by how long the person keeps the levers down, which is the only truly random thing you can get in Minecraft. Over here we got 2 more shift registers. The one on the right is used to cycle through the 8 different combinations. Which one you're currently on, it'll show the color on the screen, which is shown over there. It'll cycle through each one, and when it hits the current level, which is stored in this one, as you can see we're on level 4 here, when the pattern cycles up to that one, it will cause a reset on here, setting this back to 0, which will, over here, trip this T flip-flop on the downward state, and cause this thing to run through the next pattern, because it will advance this through a pulse, put it on the next one. Then with that, there's a little clock down here setting pulses just to make it so they separate them. Otherwise, you'd get 2 ones in a row would just sound like 1. So a little clock setting feedback into itself here. And you can see here it comes down, back up, toggling it on and off, and it will cycle through each step until it hits that thing, and then it'll reset again. T flip-flop will stop. It won't advance this, and the clock, and then this thing will be controlled by the pulses generated by the button push. The button pushes here are checked. This line down here simply gets when any button's pushed, and if it's a good button push, the good button push will go through here and send a pulse. If it's a bad button push, this torch will turn off, causing this to come on and showing the failure and playing the failure sound down here. To the right's the victory sound and the starting chime. Didn't get a victory sound this time, caught a bit of lag, but when the failure sound is also played, it also goes down the failure line, which is this red, which will do a full reset of the system and reset it back to 0, 0. Had a bit of lag last time because it sort of worked because it was the correct button, but it was out of time. It messes up the state sometimes, so you instead of hitting an incorrect button, it'll reset again, or hit the start button, which also causes a reset. Gold line here is the victory line, which gets triggered on a reset where it wasn't caused by a failure. Like when this thing resets, hits the end, it'll reset itself and send a pulse down the golden line. The golden line will play the reset chime and also give the player a nice piece of gold. Nice gold stored in here. I was thinking about giving it multiple times, but you only deserve 1 piece of gold if you can beat 8 levels of Simon. It's not that hard. The green here holds these off as acts as an AND gate not to show the display when the player is playing through, so you don't get a cheat unless you come around and look here and shows what the current state is. Shh, don't tell anyone that. Here's just a simple binary decoder. I could have made it a faster way, but this is good enough for now as a beta product at least. And yeah, when you first start off, it will make sure to play the thing and show the first note. A little bug, it wouldn't do that, but it works. Yeah, the real thing of the beauty in here is the randomizers. I can't remember the person's name again, but someone on here gave me the idea of using linear feedback shift registers. Initially, I was using a bunch of clocks hooked together to get a bunch of random pulses and store them, but this thing works so much better, it's so efficient, and it is almost truly random depending on the person's holding. For a game assignment, it's random enough. You won't be able to see the pattern of the next one unless you really look into this and turn those on and off for a set period of time, which is probably not going to happen. Yeah, down here is the starting line. When you push the button, it sends it on the orange path, which is our starting path, which will send the pulse back on green again, and will also cause a reset, making sure these are all back at 0. Ignore that button, that's just for testing purposes. This one cuts it cuts it off so it doesn't show the next note when it's not supposed to. It just happened that way. I had to use a little bit of workarounds to get around. But yeah, that's Simon. I look forward to seeing you again. ChartreuseK, signing out.